Thank you for logging on with us here at 41NBC.com. I'm Kyle Warnke. A man is dead after stealing a car from a repair shop and then speeding and crashing that car into a pole. According to investigators, that happened Sunday morning at Mercer University and Columbus Roads. David Cooley was the man behind the wheel of the 96 Chevy Impala. Police are still investigating how it happened and how Cooley stole the car. Macon police are also investigating a multi-car accident where an SUV flipped over into a front yard. That happened at the intersection of Walnut and Lincoln Streets. 41NBC arrived at the same time as the ambulance. Now, witnesses said they watched it happen as they were getting out of church. It wasn't clear at the scene if there were any serious injuries. And with many of you celebrating the new year tonight and into tomorrow morning, a word of caution while you're out driving. Be on the lookout for impaired drivers. State troopers are out in full force now through midnight Tuesday, but still, please be careful. Troopers will be out looking for speeders, for motorists not wearing seatbelts, and for impaired drivers. And with a funeral over the weekend to remember the life of Sammy Davis Jr., the man shot and killed by a Macon police officer last week, several organizations met to call for peace in the community. They called it the Hope on the Hill. It was a candlelight vigil, a balloon release, and an opportunity to share stories. Organizers wanted to share a message of peace and call on the community to help bring an end to violence. In national news, 9 people were killed and more than 20 injured when a tour bus in Oregon crashed through a guardrail and then down a steep embankment. It was Sunday morning when the bus, headed from Las Vegas to Vancouver, British Columbia, lost control on an icy Interstate 84 in rural Oregon. About 40 people were on board when the bus fell 100 feet down the hill in freezing weather. The American Academy of Pediatrics has released a new policy statement encouraging schools to let kids have their playtime. The statement says recess offers cognitive, physical, and social benefits to young children. The unstructured playtime gives kids the opportunity to develop skills that really just can't be taught in the classroom, and studies show kids who have recess are just overall healthier. And another policy statement from the American Academy of Pediatrics stresses the importance of school physicians and nurses. They say each school district should have a physician and each school building a nurse. School physicians can encourage physical activity and manage chronic health conditions like asthma and diabetes. They can also help prevent injuries by implementing concussion management programs and issuing safety standards for outdoor play. Playing violent video games could lead to aggressive behavior. Researchers at Ohio State University studied 70 university students who played violent or non-violent video games for 20 minutes each day for 3 days. They found those who played the violent games were more hostile and aggressive than those who played the non-violent games. The study established an association between violent video games and aggression, but not a cause and effect relationship. And a deal is reached to avert the so-called dairy cliff. Party leaders on the House and Senate Agriculture Committees have agreed to a 1-year extension of the expired Farm Bill, a proposal that would stabilize dairy prices. Now, there were fears that milk prices, for example, could more than double if the government reverted to an outdated pricing policy. There is no word on when the deal might come up for a vote. And counting down to the countdown, organizers of New York's Times Square celebration tested the giant ball that counts down to the new year. They did that Sunday. The crystal ball was lit. They sent it to the top of its 130-foot pole before they lowered it. The ball is 12 feet in diameter, weighs nearly 12,000 pounds, and it's covered with thousands of Waterford crystal triangles and tens of thousands of red, blue, green, and white LED lights. Be sure to join us on the air for the news tonight at 6 and 11. Happy Monday, everybody.